Hello, my name is Dr. Patricia Bona. I'm a doctor of chiropractic, and I've been certified by the American Veterinary Chiropractic Association since 1992. I'm here today to help you achieve and maintain happy, healthy joints for your horse. So we're going to look primarily at the joints of the hind end. We're going to look at the hip, the stifle, and the hock. Now, in order for the hind end joints to function properly and efficiently, we want the skin, the muscles, and the soft tissue to be supple so that the joints can be elastic. Now today I'm wearing a tight pair of jeans so that when I go ahead and squat down, I have resistance, it's not comfortable, and I have compression on my joints. So if your horse's skin and muscles are tight, the horse is going to feel the compression and the resistance through those joints, and the body will move to the path of least resistance, which is not always the most efficient and effective movement we want. Versus if I was wearing a pair of sweatpants, I could easily squat down, be comfortable, not think about how I need to move because there's no resistance. So we want your horse to feel like he's got a pair of sweatpants on. And in order to do that, the most efficient and effective way is to go ahead and do a good thorough grooming. I recommend a cross-fiber grooming. With the cross-fiber grooming, it helps to break up any scar tissue, adhesions, helps to increase circulation, lymphatic drainage to the muscles and the soft tissue throughout the body. So with the cross-fiber grooming, the muscles run in a lengthwise down through the leg. In order to do the cross-fiber, you do exactly that. You want to go across the tissues, across the bony protuberances, the spine even. You want to go ahead and lighten up the touch. If they show that they're a little uncomfortable, it's not that you want to ignore it. You lighten it up until the skin and the muscles, and he indicates that he's more relaxed. Then you can move on to another section. So primarily, when you're on the hind end, you want to go back to the point of the buttocks and go ahead and get the hamstring muscles nice and loosened up. So you want to come around to the inside and to the outside, going across the surface. He's nice and soft and relaxed. But you always want to be careful as you're moving to another section that you don't hit a sensitive spot. If you find a spot that they like, you can groom a little deeper. It's good. It's a big, thick muscle. You want to groom down all the way into the gaskin to the top of the hock and loosen the skin up across those tendons. He's fairly moderately tight, I would say, through his skin. If I go ahead and use my hand and just pull the inside of the gaskin, you can see where the skin's moving some. The cap of the hock, it's moving a lot. Inside of the hock, I'm pulling on the inside and you see some movement, but we actually want more movement than that, as if they're wearing a pair of sweatpants. So your grooming is going to help to achieve that. You're going to loosen the skin up on the muscles, and the muscles loosen up, and the tendons and the ligaments can loosen up. So as I'm grooming now on the inside, you can see where the tissue is starting to loosen and glide nicer across the fascia. And so he says it's a little sensitive there, so I'm just going to lighten up and keep an eye on him, readjust. We want the skin of the hock to be very freely moving. Takes a little work. There's quite often some inflammation, so the skin will get tight across the hocks. It's well worth taking the time to go ahead and loosen that inside of the hock there until you start to see some of the tissue loosening and moving to the outside nice and freely. Then you can go to the outside of the hock, put your hand on the inside, feeling what's going on and also monitoring how the horse is responding to the pressure that you're putting on. You see that's all starting to loosen up nicely. He's relaxed, he's happy. But it's always very important and more effective to go across that tissue. As you can see, I'm getting it to loosen up. So you want to come down into the cannon and get these tissues moving across the tendons and the ligaments down here. Again, it'll help with the circulation and lymphatic drainage because we get edema down here. We get horses stocking up, and you can help break up that scar tissue and break up that cycle. Optimally, your horse should be well groomed before you ride him. It's like a pre-ride massage. It's going to help you get an idea of how your horse is feeling, how your horse has responded to the work from the day or two before, and it'll also give you an indication of how you should proceed with the exercise or the training that you're going to do that day. It's also a very good idea to go ahead and run the brush, groomer, towel over your horse after the ride so you can go ahead and help to loosen them up. Even if you're not riding your horse because they're laid up, a good healthy grooming is imperative to keep them mobile, their nervous system, their joints healthy during that layup. So I would recommend grooming your horse every day, but especially do a good thorough grooming of the whole body and the legs every day that you're going to be working your horse.